I like these products. Hi! I want to talk about e.l.f.'s Beauty Shield products. I swear, they came out for my birthday, which was really nice of them because I love this line. I love SPF, and these products really focus on that, and I'm a fan. I went to the store and I picked them up while I was on vacation, and I think they're great vacation products. I kept using them. I brought them the next trip I went on. I'm going to bring them on the next trip I go on. They are great summer vacation products. The 4 that I picked up include the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Antioxidant Enriched Skin Protection SPF 50 Skin Shielding Primer in Universal Tint. This is a primer. It looks really great on the skin. You're gonna see. I super love it. The SPF of 50 is great. It's got a nice scent to it. I like everything about this. Love this primer. I'm also gonna later in the video be applying the moisturizer. Also has an SPF of 50. This is the Skin Shielding Moisturizer. Also tinted. So both this and the primer are tinted, which I did not expect. It's only one tint. Hopefully that doesn't cut a lot of people out. I mean, it's barely tinted when you put it on. Like, if this were a foundation, it would be way too dark for me. But when I blend it out, there's not a lot of tint to it. Now, if you're significantly darker than this, I don't know. Maybe this would wash you out, which would be a bummer, and I'm very, very sorry. It's just got the one tint. The next product, I got the Massaging Overnight Recovery Cream. It's one of those with the fun beads, which I do really like. And I use it as an overnight mask, as an overnight treatment, and I think it's awesome. I was being lazy, as I tend to be on vacation with my skincare and just washing off my makeup and putting on this for the night, and considering how lazy I was being, it really helped my skin. It felt nice, it smells nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And then the last product I have is the Spritz, the Daily Defense Makeup Mist. This is probably the product that maybe is like least necessary if you don't want to run out and get all of them. If you already have sprays you're happy with, this isn't that necessary. It doesn't have SPF in it. It would be so much of a must-buy for me if it had SPF, because the SPF mists that I do have are on the expensive side and a little weird and whatever. But it doesn't have SPF. But it's still a nice mist. But it doesn't stand out for me super much from other mists. It has the same fragrance kind of throughout all the products. It's a little bit citrusy. It's a nice summery fragrance. It's not going to smack you in the face. It's not super strong, but it's definitely there. It does have fragrance. All right, let's put on some of those Beauty Shield products. I am going to start with the primer. I think if I had to pick one, this one is probably my favorite. It's time for a flower crown of kitty cat ears. Ta-da! Okay, so I already have my eye makeup on and lip on, and I put on a little bit of green color corrector. But now we're gonna do this primer. I think it presses in just fine with your fingers, but you do wanna have a bit more of like a patting motion than just like a spreading motion. It actually really reminds me of one of my favorite primers, which is the Dr. Brandt Pore Eraser one. It's the other primer that I've used that just has like a really, just the primer alone, and I'm like, I really like the way my skin looks. It looks a lot better than just my naked skin. And this has that same feeling for me. They're both like tinted. I don't know that this one is quite as pore filling, but that's just not one of my skin concerns as much. I think it's a really nice feeling primer. It's got a bit of a fragrance to it. I don't think it's an overwhelming amount of fragrance. It's almost kind of citrusy, kind of sunscreeny. Like it smells to me like what it is. So that's that. I like it. I think it's nice right here. Like normally if I'm doing my makeup, I would put on this primer and then do like my color corrector, or maybe any kind of, if I wanted to put on some concealer at this step. And then I'm gonna move on to the moisturizer, which I think you could use as a kind of like a tinted moisturizer. I definitely wore it alone, like without more foundation on top, or you could put some more foundation on top. But I think it's really ideal if you're going to be using it and doing this kind of a light summer makeup. So if you want to put on a light foundation or something on top of it and have a little bit more coverage, but I think it would be kind of a silly use of the product to put it on and then put on like a full coverage foundation. The moisturizer similarly has an SPF of 50 and it's also tinted. I was surprised to go into the store and see these be tinted because that wasn't something I understood going in. I think that it's going to cover a lot of people's skin tones just because it's not like it's a full coverage foundation. The color doesn't go very far. I mean, if I had like a full coverage foundation in this color, it would be preposterously dark for me. But it just, yeah, it's a moisturizer and a primer, so there's not a lot of pigmentation to them. And I don't know how it would look being spread on somebody that had a darker skin tone or a skin tone really different. And I'm sorry if it doesn't work. It has that same fragrance. And you can see it leaves my skin looking a little shiny, a little glowy. I don't super mind it since I have dry skin. You could pat a powder on top of it if you want to take that down, or you can just go with it. I think it's really lovely for the summertime and for going outside and everything. And that's those two products on my skin. I am going to go ahead and finish my face makeup and I will come back. So, you just saw me put on the primer and the moisturizer. I think they are awesome products. I've been using the heck out of them. I like it. I love the SPF. I think they are awesome vacation products. I think you can wear them like I did underneath the foundation. I think you can just rock them alone when, you just want to go to the beach or just want to be outside or you just don't want to wear any freaking makeup. You don't have to. They still offer like a nice little bit of coverage. It's great. Much recommend. Thank you very much, e.l.f. and bye. Bye.